Friends, I think you're going to find these templates to be really invaluable when you're crafting. And what's great with this idea is we're going to get double. We're going to get tags and we're going to get banners. So let me show you how you are going to create your own set of templates.
Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm thrilled you're joining me today for another Tuesday tip video. I have got an incredible template, so you're going to be able to create perfect banners and perfect tags every time. Let's get started.
All right, so to create your template, we're going to begin with a piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. Color doesn't matter. Remember, this is only a template. There is a free download that goes along with today's video. So if you'd like to recreate the template, you can grab this free download at SimplySimpleStamping.com, or if you look down in the YouTube description, you'll find a direct link to today's post. I'd love for you to have that. It's got some tips and things for you. In fact, if you need to come back and watch the video, scan or click right here. All right, let's talk about what we need to do with our 8.5 by 11 cardstock. With the 11 inches up at the top, we are going to cut that to 5.5 inches. So we have two pieces, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to start with the first one, and your first cut will be 1 inch. Now we're just going to go down the line. So that was 1 inch. Now we'll do 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and 2 inch. So you're going to have this little leftover piece. All right, so we stopped at 2 inches. Now we'll bring in our next piece and we will go 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and 2 3/4. Again, we're going to have a little scrap. So I've got my pieces ready. Now I'm ready to teach you how to create the template. I'm going to take the largest one. That'll be that 2 3/4. And this is where we're going to make our very first cut. And this will be a template for all the other pieces. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to fold it in half. Now, you might be asking, why did I not score it? Well, it is really, really, really important that we find the absolute center. So I want to be able to have the option, and you can see I'm just kind of making sure I've got that perfectly right down the center. I'm now going to crease it with my bone folder. This is my starting template. All right, it's time to make that tick mark, and you can see here is my fold. All right, so we want that up at the top, and we want to get a 3/4 inch mark on this side and a 3/4 inch mark on this side. So these are just tick marks. Again, don't worry about lines showing because remember, this is only a template. So measuring from the bottom up, I'm going to make a tick mark right there at 3/4. Now down here at 3/4. Now on the opposite side, so this is our banner side, we're going to make a mark here on the right at 3/4 inch. And that'll be right there on that fold. Those are the only tick marks we need to make. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And so for our first tick mark, we want to cut from here to here. So I'm going to put those tick marks right there. Can you see how they're sitting right in the track? Hold that in place, and you're going to cut through both layers. All right, see how we've created a tag? Here's why we did that. I'm certain these two ends are perfect. They are perfectly straight, so I know this will be a really great template. Now for the banner side, I'm going to go from the tick mark to this bottom corner. So again, line it up and cut. And now I have a perfect banner. All right, this is going to be what we're going to use to create all of our other templates. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Now this would be my 2 1/2. Fold. Remember, making sure we're hitting those edges. Give that a good crease with your bone folder. I'm now going to take my first template and my new one. I'm going to line that up with the folds, okay? So there are the folds. That's what we want to line it up on. Now I'll simply come in with my scissors and cut. All right, so that is going to ensure that end is straight. And here's the other benefit of doing it this way. If I want to layer tags or flags, banners, I know they're going to line up just right. Let me show you. When I layer these together, my tag is perfect on all three sides. And there's my banner side. We can see that those line up perfectly. Now, just a quick heads up, when you put these together, you're going to go, oh, wait a minute, those aren't lining up. That's not what we need to worry about here, because typically we are going to be using either a tag or a banner. And remember, these are templates. So we're going to lay this onto whether it's cardstock, designer series paper. So if I want a tag, I will snip there. If I want a banner, I would slide this down and cut here. So don't worry about the length of this template at all. And now we're going to continue using our previous tag and banner template for our next one. All right, my templates are made. Let's bring in a piece of designer series paper. Again, this could be cardstock, whatever. I want to find the template that matches the size of my designer series paper. So this one in particular is 2 inches. I'll tell you what, we're going to start with a tag. So I will line up my template. I can snip right along my template. How about we make a quick card? So I can see my designer series paper is a little long. So I'm going to cut this down a bit. So I've made mine about 2 inches by 4 1/4. I'm ready for spring. How about you? I'm going to use the Cheerful Daisy stamp set and the matching dies for my card. My ink pad colors are Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, Pecan Pie, and Soft Sea Foam. I've got a piece of 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 basic white. In Calypso Coral, I'm going to stamp my flower outline, and then in the Petal Pink, I will fill in. We'll need some leaves, so I will stamp 3 leaves in Soft Sea Foam, and then the center of my daisy right there in the Pecan Pie. I'm now just going to stamp in some Soft Sea Foam with this smaller flower, just to kind of give some texture to my card base. All right, I can come in with the matching dies for all of these. So there's my flower center and my leaf. So I'm going to get all those die cut for you. Let's stamp a sentiment, and I'm going to put that, about 1/3 of the way down. Your friendship means everything. I'll attach that to my card. Now, here on my daisy, I added the center to my daisy with a Stampin' Dimensional. I'll add that daisy. Now I can add my 3 leaves, and we see those can just tuck right there underneath. I've got just a simple bow here I'm going to add with a mini glue dot. Now remember, it's a tag. You could punch a little hole right there, and you could add your ribbon that way. It's your tag. You get creative with how you want to design that. But friends, just a super easy little card, and there's a lot of different ways you're going to be able to use tags, right? Okay, well now let's create the same card, only we're going to use the banner. This piece of designer series paper is also a 2 inch, so of course I'm going to use my 2 inch template. We're going to line up the banner down here at the bottom, but I don't want you to go all the way down, all right? Give yourself, just a little bit of room. I'm going to now come in, and just like before, you will cut here and cut here, and there we go. We have a perfect banner. I've trimmed that one down. I'm going to add that here to my card. This time I'll stamp the sentiment here on my card. I've created the same daisy. Again, remember, Stampin' Dimensional in the middle. Add that to my card. Now for my leaves, back in with the mini glue dots and a bow. And there you go, my friends. Creating these templates are going to help you create some great tags, some great banners on your card. They will be perfectly straight every time. No worries about that getting a little wonky, right? Because these templates are going to save the day.
Thank you all so much for being here. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, would you give me a thumbs up on YouTube? I always appreciate that. And if you have not subscribed, just take a minute to click the subscribe button. YouTube will let you know whenever I'm back with another video. Have a fantastic day, everybody. We'll stamp with you next time. Bye-bye.